In the rolling hills of a small town called Willowbrook, a golden retriever named Champ was born with a heart as warm as the summer sun. From the moment he opened his curious brown eyes, it was clear Champ was destined for something extraordinary. His owner, Emily Harper, a kind-hearted veterinarian with a passion for helping others, noticed Champ's gentle demeanor and uncanny ability to sense when someone needed comfort. At just 6 months old, Champ began his journey to become a certified therapy dog, a role that would transform countless lives. Emily enrolled Champ in a rigorous training program, where he learned to remain calm in chaotic environments, respond to commands with precision, and offer affection without overwhelming those he met. Champ took to the training like a fish to water, his tail wagging furiously as he mastered each task. By his first birthday, Champ had earned his therapy dog certification, complete with a bright red vest that announced his role to the world. Emily couldn't have been prouder, but she knew this was only the beginning. Their first assignment was at Willowbrook Children's Hospital, a place where young patients faced battles most could scarcely imagine. Emily and Champ arrived on a crisp autumn morning, the hospital's sterile halls buzzing with the quiet tension of hope and fear. Their first visit was to a 7-year-old girl named Mia, who was recovering from a bone marrow transplant. Mia's eyes lit up when Champ padded into her room, his golden fur catching the sunlight streaming through the window. "Can I pet him?" Mia asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "Of course," Emily replied, guiding Champ closer. The dog sat patiently as Mia's small hand reached out, her fingers trembling slightly. The moment she touched Champ's soft fur, a smile spread across her face, a rare sight for the nurses who had watched her struggle through weeks of treatment. Champ leaned gently into Mia's touch, his warm presence easing the weight of her pain. For the next half hour, Mia giggled as Champ performed simple tricks, like rolling over and offering a paw. By the time Emily and Champ left, Mia's parents were in tears, grateful for the fleeting moment of joy their daughter had experienced. Word of Champ's magic spread quickly. Soon, Emily and Champ were visiting children's hospitals across the state, from bustling city facilities to quiet rural clinics. Each hospital brought new faces, new stories, and new challenges. There was 10-year-old Lucas, who had lost his leg to cancer and refused to speak to anyone, until Champ rested his head on Lucas's lap, coaxing a soft "good boy" from the boy's lips. There was 5-year-old Aisha, whose severe burns made her fear touch, but who found solace in brushing Champ's fur with a gentle hand. And there was 12-year-old Ethan, who, facing a terminal diagnosis, whispered his fears to Champ while the dog lay beside him, offering a quiet strength no words could match. Champ's visits weren't just for the children. Parents, weighed down by worry, found comfort in stroking Champ's fur as they shared their fears with Emily. Nurses and doctors, hardened by years of emotional strain, would pause to pet Champ, their shoulders visibly relaxing as his calm energy washed over them. Even the hospital janitors, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, would sneak a moment with Champ, their faces lighting up as he wagged his tail in greeting. As the years passed, Champ's reputation grew. Local newspapers ran stories about K9 Champ, the therapy dog, and families began requesting his visits by name. Emily kept a scrapbook of thank you letters, drawings, and photos from the children Champ had helped. One particularly touching letter came from Mia, who had since gone into remission. "Dear Champ," it read, "you made me feel brave when I was scared. I want to be a vet like Emily when I grow up, so I can help dogs like you help people." Emily read the letter through tears, patting Champ's head as he snoozed contentedly at her feet. But Champ's work wasn't without its challenges. Long days at hospitals left him exhausted, and there were moments when even his boundless spirit seemed tested. One winter, a flu outbreak forced Emily to cancel several visits, and Champ paced restlessly at home, as if sensing the children who needed him. Then there was the time Champ injured his paw on a sharp edge in a hospital parking lot, requiring a week of rest that left him visibly frustrated. Yet, through it all, Champ's dedication never wavered. The moment he was cleared to return, he bounded to the car, tail wagging, ready to bring light to those in darkness. By the time Champ was 8 years old, he had visited over 30 children's hospitals and touched the lives of thousands. Emily began to notice the first signs of aging: gray fur around his muzzle, a slight limp after long days. But Champ's spirit remained as vibrant as ever. On one of their final visits, they returned to Willowbrook Children's Hospital, where it had all begun. Mia, now a healthy teenager, was there to greet them, volunteering as a junior aide. She threw her arms around Champ, who licked her face with the same gentle affection he'd shown years before. As Champ lay down for a well-earned rest that evening, Emily sat beside him, reflecting on their journey. She thought of the countless smiles, the tears wiped away, the moments of connection that had defined Champ's life. He wasn't just a therapy dog. He was a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times, love and kindness could shine through. Champ passed away peacefully the following spring, surrounded by Emily and a small group of hospital staff who had become like family. His legacy lived on in the hearts of those he'd touched, in the stories shared by families, and in the new generation of therapy dogs inspired by his work. Willowbrook Children's Hospital dedicated a small garden in his honor, with a plaque that read, "K9 Champ, forever our hero." And so, in the quiet hills of Willowbrook, the memory of a golden retriever with a heart of gold continued to inspire, reminding the world that sometimes the greatest heroes walk on 4 paws.